You are watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Hello and welcome to CIOTV.live, a sister concern of Enterprise IT World and a production of Accent Infomedia. Uh, in our efforts to understand the market trends around different technologies, we have been speaking to the stakeholders of IT industry and try to understand their best practices, their best tech adoptions, and give it as a bouquet, as a knowledge to the entire peer group and entire industry. Today, we have Mr. David Charlu, CEO and CIO of Veryx Technologies. He is a co-founder of the company who oversees strategy development, commercialization of the intellectual property in the area of cloud networking and related domains. David is very experienced in the industry with 30 plus years and has been part of many talk shows, many conferences. He has been speaking about the technology evolution for last many years. David, warm welcome to you to this episode of CIOTV.live. Thank you very much for taking time out.
Thank you, Sanjay. It's a pleasure to be with you, and thank you for this opportunity.
You know, this industry is very dynamic. In the past 2 years, we have seen a pandemic which has changed the dynamics of the industry. Many people have suffered, many organizations have suffered, many verticals have yet to come out of the effect of the pandemic. How was your journey as an organization over the last 2 years?
Yeah, it's been quite a dramatic one. As you know, no one imagined the scale at which it happened, and not just the scale, also the time frame. It was for a long term, and it was totally disruptive, I think, in many ways. And so, one of the key things, very first point is that we could, get all our people together and plan out totally a work from home model. Make sure all our employees were safe, people went to the hometowns and all of that. And so that resulted also in us having to make the infrastructure ready for such a drastic change. So since we are also in the IT infrastructure space, it was natural, I think. So probably in about 2 weeks, we were operational, and within a month, we were fully back normal. And we had to, of course, keep our customers informed through this process, transparent, because of course they themselves were facing similar challenges in their companies. And one of the key aspects of the network design was also that typically before the pandemic, you would plan for 10 to 20% of your workforce being outside the physical premises, so maybe teleworking or people who are working from other locations. But in this new model, it has to be totally flexible to allow 100% in or 100% out. So in summary, it has been a huge factor in enabling digital transformation, making us more agile and responsive to end users. So this is how, just like even today we are speaking remotely, everything has been made simpler for such an operation.
All right, David, you are there in this industry for last 30 years and doing the business for maybe 2 decades. And there has been many ups and downs in the industry. Recessions have come and gone as well. You must have seen in your lifetime. So what are the critical aspects of being into IT, being a CIO, decision making, which help you do not shut down or help you do not bog down under the pressure of the recession?
Yeah, I think every such event tends to have its own unique challenges. But Sanjay, if you really look at it from my experience, what I've found is in any of these slowdowns or situations, organizations cannot afford to cut down on their IT infrastructure. IT has become such a key backbone of all their operation. It's kind of become business critical and mission critical. So IT, the computers, software, communications, all of that it's a 24/7 expectation from customers, end users. And once having gotten used to this level of facility and comfort, having these services, you just cannot remove that. So, you cannot even imagine a day without internet, like day without power. It's like being cut off from the rest of the world. So that's where infrastructure management in IT becomes so important, and having the right pieces in place to do it in a very efficient manner without surprises.
Being a CEO and a CIO, you are facing the challenges day in and day out. How do you really manage some of your mission critical infrastructure and applications?
Yeah, I think one of the things has been strong points has been our technology experience, strong networking, telecom, and cloud background, where we've been building these products which require high accuracy and high visibility right up to the bits and bytes. So as a result, we have also have a number of tier 1 companies and networking companies as our customers. And looking at IT infrastructure and seeing the needs there and our own requirement for our organization, we realized that such a solution for monitoring or visibility cannot be in silos. You cannot have one tool for monitoring, your servers and computing, another for, the cloud, and third one for the network, and so on. So ultimately, there are also now endpoints, the end users. And as a result of digital transformation, businesses are adopting new or changed applications at a very fast rate. And so IT is not fully aware of how the applications interact with the infrastructure. So all of this has to be brought together. So bringing a unified view of this is where I think companies struggle, or even IT teams struggle, so that we can provide a customer experience and employee experience that is well within the SLAs. So that has been a critical part of our journey and our decision making in coming out with such a solution. Secondly is a diagnostic aspect, because the IT teams with a wide variety of products and technologies, IT is still looked at as a cost center, and so investing in new tools or new resources becomes a challenge. So there's always a challenge of having to do this in a cost-effective way. So that has been another strong point. And thirdly, we focus on automation and agility, proactiveness of the IT team, so that they can enable quickly identifying defects and remediate the problems. And ultimately, this has to result in lower number of trouble tickets from end users and improved customer satisfaction.
Well, it's this about the product lines you have is about the networking, the monitoring. Now the world is physical as well as hybrid, cloud.
Right.
So you are also adapted to that. Your products are adapting to the situation. So what's the pricing? You have that product by the name Cloud TIM or NTM, which is monitoring, I believe. So what is the pricing of this product? I know there are very many organizations in this space competing, neck to neck on different market and price points.
Yes, that's a good question, because we want to make it easy and natural for customers to try out this product. So we are offering it in a freemium model, which is at no risk to customers to try out. And they can continue to have that as a lifetime free. They can upgrade to a paid version, which would provide more capabilities. And secondly, we find that most of our competition, which is based out of US and other mature markets, are much more expensive. And so we are targeting and bringing value to the mid-market, the SME markets, which are price sensitive. And so we have kept affordability as a core principle here. And thirdly, also, in this cloud-based pay-as-you-go model, the upfront investments are lowest. So, it really would help customers to adopt this quickly.
Can we spend a little bit more time understanding your strategy around cloud? How are you creating solutions for the customers and adapting to both the environments, on-prem and cloud, and many times hybrid?
Yes, so cloud and hybrid have been core to our strategy, and we have many products. We have seen many products that work in either of these, but we support all popular environments, so Amazon or Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and we also support the private clouds like VMware, Red Hat, Microsoft, Citrix, all these, and also Docker containers.
Mhm.
So, and of course, the physical environment. So we've also partnered with all these major players, AWS and Azure and so on, so that we can bring out the best of breed solutions and it's well integrated and optimized as low-cost solutions.
Now, being a domestic Indian company, but providing solutions to outside industry, outside the boundary of the country, also, I think you are doing great and adapting to the technologies, new age technologies like 5Gs in the telcos, right? It's very interesting and it is, evolving very soon in India and other places also. So what's your kind of roadmap in terms of the growth in the technology space?
Yeah, so we expect to work closely with our customers and enable them to experience greater efficiencies and productivities. And we are really upbeat about the opportunities and the growth. There's increasing importance for solutions as there is a lot more connected devices, autonomous systems, mobile, and so on. It's only increasing. And so we are also bringing in more automation. We are bringing AI, ML, artificial intelligence capabilities for higher prediction and analysis, and also bringing new capabilities for new types of applications for digital experience monitoring, whether it's using Microsoft Teams or Zoom, all of these things. And so all these will I think play a major role in our future roadmap and plans. We are also partnering with many managed service providers and enabling them to provide more differentiation in their solutions to their end customers. So it's all about being plugged into the ecosystem and growing together and making a difference through that.
I'm trying to understand what's your business model. Maybe this is the final question I can ask you. Is it direct that you go to the customers or you take the route of the channel partners? What is the model, business model?
Yes, that's a good question. We use a variety of approaches. We are flexible. We do direct marketing where customers can buy our product directly from the AWS marketplace or Azure and so forth. And we also work with partners who resell our products either individually or in conjunction with their solutions. So we are open to multiple approaches in this. Ultimately, it's about bringing value to customers. So whatever works best in that situation.
So in that case, a partner can directly procure from you and resell it, and other side
Exactly.
Other side also they can be partner to AWS or other marketplaces and resell also from there. So they have good opportunity. Okay. All right then. Thank you, David, for taking time out and speaking to CIOTV.live. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Same here, Sanjay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. David Charlu, CEO and CIO, Veryx Technologies. If you have any question and query, my email ID will be given at the end of this conversation. Thank you very much for watching this episode of CIOTV.live.